Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at AI project management tools, hype or help.
So, let's get right into it. We're all hearing about AI changing everything, but what about for project management? Is it actually going to solve those super boring parts of your job, the stuff we all hate doing? Or is it just another shiny object, all hype and no help?
Okay, so the promise is huge. I mean, think about it. An assistant that just does the boring stuff for you. It writes those status updates nobody wants to write. It takes a massive project and chops it up into manageable pieces. That's the dream, right? That's what they're selling us.
But here's the reality check. When you actually dig into what real users are saying, a lot of these tools kind of fall flat. It seems like for many folks, the AI part feels less like a built-in superpower and more like, a cheap add-on. Not exactly the game changer we were hoping for. Now it's not all doom and gloom. Far from it. When we look at the help side of this whole debate, there are definitely some features that people are absolutely loving. Stuff that's actually making a difference in their workday.
So what's the good stuff? Well, people are consistently praising four things. Number one, and this is the big one, is automation that actually saves you time. Then you've got smart scheduling, which is a lifesaver. Also, better communication, thanks to AI summaries. And finally, turning your meeting notes into actual to-do lists. Pretty cool, right?
And this quote from a user on G2, man, it just nails it. The goal here isn't to replace people. It's about letting the AI handle the grunt work so that we can free up our brain power for the smart, creative stuff, the things that humans are actually great at.
All right, another huge win people talk about is smart scheduling. You know the drill, right? Some urgent, high-priority task lands on your desk, and suddenly your whole week is a mess. Instead of playing calendar Tetris for an hour, the AI just, poof, reorganizes everything for you. That is a massive time saver.
And here's a perfect example. A user on Reddit was talking about the app Motion. They love that it automatically shuffles tasks around when priorities change, so they don't have to do it by hand. I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about, letting the tech handle the tedious, manual stuff that drives us all crazy.
Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses. We have to flip the coin and look at the hype side of things. Let's talk about what's going wrong and the things that are really frustrating for users.
So the complaints, they usually fall into a handful of buckets. The big one, a super steep learning curve. Some of these tools are just really complicated. Then there's the pricing, which can be super annoying. Plus, the AI sometimes isn't as intelligent as they claim. The interfaces are cluttered and, yep, you guessed it, bugs.
This CNET reviewer talking about Motion really said it best. They spent more time just trying to learn the interface than actually using it. And that just defeats the whole purpose, right? A tool is supposed to save you time, not become a second job.
And let's talk about pricing, because that's another huge headache. Here's a common trap. You want the cool AI features for yourself or maybe one other person, but to get them, you have to upgrade and pay for your entire team, even for people who will literally never touch those features.
Yeah, check this out. A ClickUp user on Reddit was complaining about this exact thing. Their biggest issue was having to pay for everyone to upgrade when most of their team didn't even need it. And that's so relatable, isn't it? It feels like you're just throwing money away. It's a tough pill to swallow for sure.
All right, so we've heard the good and the bad. Now let's see how the big players actually stack up against each other. Let's do a little head-to-head comparison.
Okay, let's run through this quick. Motion, amazing for auto-scheduling, but be warned, it's tough to learn. ClickUp, it does everything, but the interface can be a lot to handle, and you have to pay extra for the AI. Then you have Asana, which seems to hit that sweet spot of being balanced and easy to use. And last, Notion. It's awesome for customization, but it's probably best if your team is already living in Notion anyway.
So, after all that, what's the final verdict? Are these tools more hype, or are they actually helpful? Let's boil it all down.
Okay, here are our top recommendations. If you're a super busy project manager and just want AI that works without a fuss, go with Asana. If scheduling is the absolute bane of your existence, then it's worth fighting through Motion's learning curve. And if you're on a budget or just want to try things out, check out Taskade. Their free plan has some surprisingly good AI features.
But let's be real about who should even bother with these tools. If your team is a well-oiled machine that's just juggling too many projects, then yeah, an AI tool could be a game changer. But, and this is a big but, if your team is still struggling with the basics of project management, please don't do this. An AI tool will only make a chaotic situation worse. Same goes if you just prefer simple workflows.
So if you think you're ready to take the plunge, here's a simple game plan. 1. Pick a tool that connects with the stuff you already use. Don't make things harder. 2.
Start small. Just focus on 1 or 2 AI features. And 3, be patient. Budget a good few weeks for your team to get comfortable. Finally, number 4, use the free trial on a real project. That's the only way you'll know if it's actually worth it.
And this might be the single most important takeaway. Think of an AI tool like a magnifying glass. If your project management is already solid, it's going to make it great. But if your processes are a total mess, well, AI is just going to help you make a bigger mess, but faster. It is a tool. It is not a magic wand.
So that really just leaves one big question for you to think about. Take a good, honest look at your team, your workflow, your habits, your weak spots. Are you guys really ready for an AI assistant? Only you can answer that.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Best AI Apps Review channel. Don't forget to subscribe and stay curious. The future of AI is just getting started.